Hello and welcome to this embroidery stitch guide. In this tutorial you're gonna see how to start with your hoop, how to put the fabric that's in the bag, how you're gonna place that in the embroidery hoop. When I started with embroidery I thought that was very difficult. I didn't know where to start. I really had to Google how to put it in. So I thought that might be handy to put that in as first, how to put it in. Then I'll go over the different stitches you need to use in order to make it in the picture as you see it in the guide. Yeah, and thank you for purchasing this kit. It really means a lot to me. It's my first kit, so for me it's also a bit scary, but thank you very much. Yeah. So what we're gonna first do is you're gonna get your fabric out and the hoop. So here we have the hoop, the fabric. You're gonna put it on top of the hoop. You'll already unscrew the hoop. You're gonna put it over the hoop, and you're gonna make sure that the image looks straight, and pull all the sides. Yeah. Always make sure that it's really tight. And then you're gonna screw it closed. So there you have it. You can now start. With the first stitch, you're gonna twist. This is how I do it. You twist, twist, twist to get 2 strands. So you keep all the stitches, all those strings in one hand, and then you twist them out. I just put it in my mouth. I'm one of those people who put it in a mouth when I put it like in the needle. It can be very difficult to put it in needle, but you get used to it. Okay. My pajamas also. So you start somewhere there. When you go up with your stitch, and you don't, I know some people are used to making a knot. I don't make a knot. I just leave it hanging there. In the end, it will be fine. It will get buried in something else. Okay, then you put your needle on the line. So you have a stitch that is straight, and you end a little bit next to the line, so that you know completely your line is covered. Then you go to the second, and you make that a little bit longer. You go next to it. Yeah, then you go all the way to the top, almost. Now you go really to the line of where you need to end it. Yeah. So you just make rows. You just keep making rows with, make sure that it's tight again. Always make sure that it's tight. So you just keep adding rows of stitches. So here I'm going to show you what happens when you made all these rows. So here you're going to make a longer one and put that on the line. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm going to start with the line that divides for the blue. So you make a straight line and then you make a line. I'm going to zoom in closer for you guys. You're going to go next to it. Yeah, you go up. And then look really close. Then you see it. I go right in the middle of the other stitch. Between the fibers. Doesn't matter where it is. It's just, you're just going to go in the middle of it. And you pull. And that is, we call that a split stitch. And you go all the way like that. And that's basically also how you go all the way with the pots. How you're going to do all the stitches next to each other. So you do that too. You can also choose to not do it like me, to make like a row from up till down. You can also choose to just make lines vertical, horizontal, and go through it like this. Whatever way works for you. And you're also going to do that with the blue part. Make sure it's tight again. Mine, I have like this stand is for basically for filming, so it's easier to film, but this does not keep it tight. See now, because what I'm doing now is like I'm just filling in the parts that are white. So it's not really like a precise thing like, oh, now you go there, now you put your needle down, now you put your needle there. It's more you figure it out like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna go that way because there's still some white left. I'm not saying this is the right way. This is the way I do it. You know, someone who went to Embroidery Academy will say, oh my god, what is she doing? But yeah. And you see the back. Just cut it off. We're going back to the top. We're now going to focus on the tree. So you're going to go in with your needle. We call this the satin stitch. Again, you go up with your brown, 2 strands. Everything is 2 strands. Hold it. It's a little bit left. And you go over it, over the stairs. Stairs. But you're going to go, in the end, you're going to go over that with the black. So it's a satin stitch. You just go stitch to stitch next to each other. You stitch there. And you go to the other side. You go up. And I'm not really good at making this really neat, that it looks really tidy. And also sometimes I think it's a bit boring. What I do is also because I'm not really neat at it, I'm gonna I make a little bit of white between it, so I can still see so I can fill up later a little bit the white in between. So you see here that I'm not putting it next to it. There's a little bit of white between it. And then I go up again. It's a great way to waste your thread, but you got all the thread you need for this. I'm sure about that. You will have thread over, so you can make something else if you want after that. There you go in. Yeah, and now I'm gonna go back up again. Make it tight again. Don't forget to do that. And I'm gonna go back up again to the side. To the other side. Yeah. And then this is not something you have to do or that it's really vital for the design, but after this stitch I like to what I'm going to show you is that I'm going to do the split stitch next to it. On the picture that you see where I made the design, I did it with one strand. Now I'm going to do it with 2 strands. You don't have to do it if you are really neat with the satin stitch, but when you're all done with the satin stitch from the tree branch, then you can, if you made any flaws or it's not really straight, you can go over it with another stitch, the split stitch, so it looks more neat. Yeah, so you go in the other stitch and don't make it as loose as me. Keep it tight. Keep that hoop tight. Okay, so oh shit. Yeah, so you go all the way up, 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 up with the satin stitch, and they're also up a little bit up, and then you see where the where the leaf connects. We're gonna do a split stitch because it's too thin to do a satin stitch. So you're gonna go up. Yeah, you know it's the same as how it is with the pot, but then upwards. Yeah, you see here that I go sometimes up, or sometimes you can also go from with your needle from underneath up in the other stitch, if this makes any sense, and then go to the, does it make sense? So that you go with your needle underneath the other stitch and then over to the white. Never mind. Maybe you understand. This sounds logical. I'm trying not to edit out really a lot with how I'm saying things, because this is the first time I'm doing my kit, and you know, If you have any feedback, then please let me know. If you're like, I don't know what she's saying, this doesn't make any sense, please let me know. Can always do a redo. I would even do a personal. If you're like, message me, you can message me at contact@fullmetalneedle or on Instagram at fullmetalneedle, or you can send me a message on Etsy and I can do a personal video for you. But you need help with. Okay, so here we're gonna do like longer stitches, as you can see. So basically you have two splits, two stitches in a split stitch, and then the middle. Yeah. Okay. Now up to the leaves. Everything is 2 strands. Oh. Okay, so here I'm going to show you how to do the leaves. Again, make it tight. So you go in the white part of the leaf and you go in 1 stitch to the middle. So in the white part you go down. All the way. Make sure you don't make your thread too long. Oh, just out of focusing a bit. Don't make your thread too long, because it gets all tangled and you don't want that. Yeah, and then you take your green. Sorry, we're not taking our green. we're still with the the yellow greenish. Yeah, so all the way up and to the middle. In the end, you don't make a line from up to down. Okay, now we're going to start with the green. Focus. I need to focus it a bit. Yeah. Go up next to the yellowish green. Again, keep it tight, not like me, this loose. And I think it's like 2 rows of stitches, I think. Yeah. So make sure that you're not too close to the other color from the leaves, because then you bury your green thread a bit with the other color if it's too close. And that's how you do the leaves. Okay, so this is the design you're working with. You also have the guide, but I thought it's best to also make a video. So, the trees. You're gonna go satin stitch, and then maybe split stitch if you want to. The stairs, you go like ladder for ladder, 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 and then split stitch at the side. That wood piece, you do that as last, so that it goes over the ladder. Then so I'm taking the design with me. Yeah, the ladder. That one is one straight stitch. That's also, so the wooden barriers things, wood things, those things, just one stitch, satin stitch, next to each other, two. Also two, that also satin stitch, one long, also long, long. That one, also satin stitch. That one, split stitch, next to each other. You can do a satin stitch, but for me it was too, I didn't think it was too nice. Like that. So the top, the roof, you're gonna do like that. How you did the pot. And that is it. I hope you have a lot of fun. So on my guide you can see how I finished the hoop. You can also look online for tutorials. Look at my tutorial on full metal needle. I have well, this is on my YouTube channel, and then you can look at other tutorials of mine to see how I do it. I have one video that shows you how to. Okay, so here we're talking about how to finish it. What you can do is you can unloose it and put another piece of fabric behind it. All the loose stitches you see in the back, that's gonna be there. You're gonna just trim them. Look at my YouTube channel, you can see. So you're gonna cut it, put glue, yeah, all the way glue, white glue, just the stuff you buy also for kids. And you're just gonna fold it over. It glues immediately, and then you're gonna cut it like with those fabric scissors. If not, doesn't mean to. It's about the front, people. Yay! And you're done. Thank you so much.